What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, back with another siege battle of this small castle. But this time around, it's actually balanced okay. We have the Crusader army over here, which is comprised of footmen, heavy knights, archers, and a few catapults in there. And they are doing a siege of Jerusalem over here. And the Persians are going to be the defenders here. They have Persian soldiers who are actually stronger than normal Persian soldiers. I did buff them for this video. We also have archers and about 700 catapults within the walls. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you enjoyed. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and press start right here. And the medieval army of Crusader Knights is charging on forward at the Persians. Now, if you've seen my other castle siege videos, you would know that I am not very good at balancing defenders versus attackers. And this time around, there are 200,000 defenders and 1.74 million attackers. However, I believe that this is the most balanced defender video we have ever had, with the attackers having heavy knights who are powerful units, as well as footmen who are decent units, and archers and catapults themselves. You know, they're a pretty strong attacking force. But the Persian defenders here all have about 1,000 health. On top of that, they have 3 times attack speed, meaning they can take more stabs per minute. And they've also got a lot of archers behind them who are going to be launching just rows and rows of arrows at the enemies at a time, and tons of catapults inside which can launch over the walls and through these doors at the oncoming Crusader army and get large swaths of kills at a time, as well, as we can see here by the bodies pooping up into the air like that. So I really tried to make this as matched of a battle as possible, because in the past, the defenders almost always lose in my videos. It's really hard to actually make a proper defender's advantage in these videos, but this time I feel like I really got it nailed, and we're gonna have a gripping and really tight, close match here. So I want to hear who you guys think are going to win in the comments section below. You know, is it going to be the defenders? Is it going to be the attackers? I think I am going to be rooting for the defenders in this case, and we'll see if they can hold the sacred city here. I actually, when I was in college, I took an entire class on the Crusades. A lot of you guys know I was a history major in college, and had a great time. Highly recommend history majors to anyone who's interested in history. You could do a lot with it. You know, unlike common knowledge, lots of people think like, oh, if you go and get a history major, you can't do anything. But actually, it's more about how you market yourself and you market your skills you learn through college that will get you the jobs. You know, I had a job doing social media marketing before this at Unity, the game company. Actually, this game was made by the Unity engine, my former employer. Oh my god! And I had a history degree and a communications degree. Of course, the communications degree helped, but I marketed myself with my history degree, because you can say things like I learned how to do analytical thinking, research, data analysis, which is all true things when you have a history degree. Those are all things you need to learn. So, you know, it's all about how you market yourself. But either way, that's a bit of a tangent right there. The Crusades class was just one of the best classes I ever took. It's such a fascinating tale through and through. We went through about 9 of the Crusades, there are so many Crusades that it's impossible to go through every single one of them, really, in a single semester. But, you know, we went through about 9 of them. The first 3, of course, tend to be the most interesting, but each of them is just filled to the brim with wacky tales. And, like, half of the time, it's like, oh my god, how did they even get this far? Like, the first Crusade is a complete fluke. So many times they could have been completely destroyed and defeated, but through one way or another managed to succeed. Like, the Crusades are honestly one of my favorite topics in history. It's so fascinating, so interesting. I love it so much. It is a great thing to learn about. Fascinating from the defender's side of things, from the attacker's side of things, and just all the crazy nuttiness that happens in between. Highly recommend. Either way, we've been sort of following the perimeter here, and we can see the heavy knights do have the high ground on the body piles here, and they're stabbing downwards at the Persians, and I think that's just due to the sheer weight of the number of attackers coming forward. But currently we are looking at 133,000 dead attackers and 6,500 dead defenders. So the defenders are certainly taking an early advantage in this battle. I think that advantage will slowly go away once the attackers have sort of made it inside and start to actually kill a lot of the catapults that are inside here. And the probably closest area where they're going to be able to do that is over here, where the attackers have their own catapults launching boulders inside and things like that. So, you know, it's going to be a matter of time before we start seeing the attackers start to gain more kills against the defenders. But right now, it is definitely the defenders' game. The defenders are doing a great job. They have a small perimeter on the outside, but then the major defense is, of course, going to be on the inside over here, where they just have so many more troopers standing and holding the ramparts and things like that. These archers are going to be firing out the entire battle, which should be really, really cool to see as well. So why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse? I know a lot of people like to watch the time lapses in these videos, so we'll go ahead and do that. Here's the attacker archers, by the way, unleashing their fire. I think this line over here is the most like clear cut. So let's go ahead and do our time lapse right over here of these attacking heavy knights. Please enjoy, boys. Alright, so some time has passed here, and the defenders have lost about 30,000 soldiers now, which is what, like, would that be like 15% of their total force? And the attackers have lost about 500,000 soldiers, which is a little under one-third of their force. So definitely the defenders are currently winning this thing, and the attackers are still struggling to even get inside of the walls here. But the attackers have definitely made some strides in their efforts and are doing better than they were previously. So I think that the attackers definitely have a decent chance at making a bit of a comeback here. They've already commenced it since they were doing horribly before, and now they're doing okay. So we'll of course let this ride for longer. I want to see the archers over here again. These archers are like so dope to me. I just love the raining fire of arrows that occurs. It's so cool. It's so dope. I think we should do like a can archers defend the walls type of a battle in the future, where like we have like 1,000,000 archers or something like that within the walls, and they're being attacked by melee units only, and it's like can archers only defend the walls against melee units only, or something like that. I think that would be a really, really fun and cool video to do in the future. But either way, right now we're still doing this video. This side is very interesting actually, because the archers are all standing still and the knights are trying to get through the archers over here to come forward, and they're having to like weave their way through. So it's a very slow trickle in of melee units over this way to actually attack the castle walls over here. Whereas in other sectors of the battlefield, it's just, you know, they're all right there immediately attacking and things like that. So that's kind of neat. This is definitely the closest area to a breach, and the medieval knights are getting in there pretty nicely. So why don't we go ahead and do another little time lapse of this breach area over here. I think that would be pretty neat to do. Alright, so this battle is crazy. All of that time, 20 minutes, and basically the attackers went from here to here, which is nuts. Right now the attackers have lost a total of almost 1 million soldiers now, so they've only got about 700,000 left. But the defenders have lost 74,000 soldiers at this point in time, and only have 124,000 left. So, you know, both sides have made some gains and also had some serious losses as well simultaneously. So, it's yet to be seen really what's going to end up going down. There's still so many knights like stuck within these archers back here, but the archers are really the saving grace of the attackers currently, with them just pouring in fire at the defenders and actually managing to do probably the most damage out of anyone on this battlefield. There's still a couple of attacking catapults left alive too. Those things have been great as well for the attackers, but still no one has breached the walls. The walls are still surviving. Oh, there's a catapult up here. That's kind of sick. Yeah, the walls are still standing very, very tall for the defenders. The attackers completely incapable of taking those down just yet. So it's going to be a bit of time before that ever happens. Either way, let's go ahead and just let this ride for a while and find out what ends up happening at the end of this thing. Alright, so the attackers right now have lost 1.17 million soldiers, and the defenders are actually about to have lost half of their force. They're at 94,000 soldiers dead. Actually, they have lost half, because they only have 104,000 left, so that means a few died of unknown causes, but that's pretty normal for large battles like these. So, defenders are halfway through their force, and the attackers are about 2/3 of the way through their force at the moment, and most of their force that remains is primarily archers, actually. So they're basically just firing in from a distance right now, with just a few soldiers actually going in to attack. And we do have this cool little corridor here where we've got attackers going in. Now let's go ahead and do a time lapse of this, because this actually looks kind of sick right here. The attackers have definitely slowed down at this point in time. This is a slow trickle-in of knights over here. This side's still doing pretty strong in terms of actual footmen and knights, but that's really the only side that is. This side over here is a slow trickle-in as well. And then this side over here, again, a slow trickle-in, but primarily archers. This is almost all archers and knights, and the knights are just kind of stuck over there. So the rest of this battle is going to be pretty slow, but we will play it out. 1.23 million... Scout's playing with a water bottle now. Dude, he makes an appearance in all of my videos at this point. Oh man, I hope you guys don't mind. I just don't have the heart to like kick him out into another room or anything like that. He's my pooper, he's my buddy. I can't abandon Scouty. But yeah, either way, 1.23 million deaths for the attackers and 101,000 deaths for the defenders. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but I think the game crashed. I can't move the game at all. It looks like there's... How many is that? 200,000 something defenders. Is that right? Wait. No, attackers. Sorry. And I can barely read it behind my screen recording software. I'll close the screen recording software, take down how many people are left. You guys can probably see it at the top right. And then start the battle again with just that number of people. I don't know why it crashed. Okay, so we have 273,000 heavy knight attackers versus 82,000 defenders, although it looks like a lot of them got cut off, so we only have 68,000 defenders defending. So this is going to be the final part of this battle. We'll basically see you know, a simplified version of where we ended last time around, but at least we do get an ending. Obviously, there's going to be no catapults, no archers for either side. It's just going to be the two strongest units for both sides going at it. I do apologize for the crash. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about it, but yeah, hopefully this one does not crash and we get to see the end of the battle in its totality here. So let's go ahead and let it ride, and I do want to see this choke point defense again from the start, because that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so the Persians have definitely won this thing. There's 2,600 knights left alive, slowly trickling in. The Persians stopped them dead in their tracks. I'll leave it up to you guys if you think that this is, you know, a showcase of what would have happened in the first battle. I don't think it is, but this is the best we could do, obviously. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. Please be sure to smash that like button if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Either way, guys, I will see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much. Also, if you guys want to join our private Minecraft server, all you gotta do is join as a Patreon member, a Twitch sub, or a YouTube channel member. Once you've done that, you can message me on those platforms or on Discord, and I'll whitelist you on the server. It's a great time. Feel free to join.